not listening, where you repeat what the person said, but
reflecting back.
It's with eyes. Reflective eye gaze.
Okay, so like say something to me and I will just reflect it back with you with my eye gaze.
I'm so happy that you came today. I know you were in a bad place.
Now I'm going to share something with you with just my eye gaze, and I want you to reflect it back with your eye gaze.
Okay. Should we get a zoom in for this?
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Can I express myself?
Okay. How do I know when it's finished? Like.
The conclusion. I'll come back. I'll circle back to that. But the conclusion.
That's what she said.
The conclusion that I reached was love and curiosity. Those are the two things that like make life interesting and good. And
or bad. Love can crush you.
Okay, you're just thinking about love in one way.
The way that I feel right now. Yeah.
I'm just talking about like love. Do you feel love right now?
I feel crushed right now.
Like in this moment, just sitting with me. Like, do you feel love?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me get back to my point. So like curiosity, like I was just like, we're never going to get rid of the fact that we have differences.
Even when I moved from Lithuania to South Africa, and was like the first time ever I've seen people of different color, I was definitely very like...
How old were you?
Like, I was 10. So I definitely was very shocked. But there was 0, 0, 0, and it was right after apartheid, so there's a lot of like, oh, black
like
bathrooms,
you had never seen black people like on TV or anything like that?
We didn't have no.
So you'd never
occupied
seen
by Russia. It was
a like black person like
ever.
On
I did not know it existed.
You didn't know it. That's exactly what I was talking about in this example, which is crazy. But the thing,
what I was trying to explain is like I was definitely like, whoa about their skin, but there was no part of me that was like, oh, well, I'm white and I'm like better. Like there's just none of that.
Well, especially if you're like the only one who's white now. And you're just like, everyone else, and you're like, I'm different. And there wasn't that song like, I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. Like getting into your different. You know, like that didn't exist yet. So you were just like, that's a different song.
Have a mold of my breasts well, I have off my whole torso. It's in the bathroom.
Where is it?
You've seen it. It's in the toilet. You can go look.
Also, exit signs are always green. In Japan, Mexico, and Europe, they were all green. I don't know about the other countries, I haven't been to them, but that just seems... And in Canada...
Green makes sense because if there's a fire, you wouldn't see red very well.
Because it would just blend in with the flames.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. But then you come to this... No, but then you come to this country, and it's not even...
I feel like you're always diminishing my IQ. Like I'm trying to climb up, and then you just push me back down. Like you want me to be like the dumb blonde that I am.
Really? What did I do that did that?
Like you laughed about it, and I'm like, but
wait, laughed about what?
Wouldn't red exit signs actually blend in with the flames? You just did it again.
It's funny because it's true. Like I've never thought of that before. Like it's like that's like genius, but it's just funny. It also sounds like kind of like childish, but childish in a way where you're in the curiosity, which is what I'm talking about. If you don't speak English and you just see a red sign, you would have no idea where the fucking exits are because you'd be looking for green, and if you can't read exit...
No, I don't know. I think if I was in like China And I was like in a building, and I was like the only person there, and there was like a big fire, and I saw like Ching Chong Chi sign right there.
Oh my god.
I would run that way because I would assume that says exit.
We're gonna have to cut that out.
What's exit in Chinese? You don't know. It might be Ching Chong Chi.
It's not. It's not.
You don't know?
It's definitely not.
Why don't you look at it?
Just went down the shitter.
Did
In
you find it?
Mandarin. Yes, I did find it, and it is not.
It's not-
What did you?
Ching Chong Chong?
No, wrong.
Ching Chong Chong? Ching Chong Chong? Chuko.
Chuko.
Chuko. But it was pretty close.
No, it wasn't even close at all. Anyway, back to Dave Chappelle.
You can just bleep it out, and then that'll be really funny.
So it's not even about Dave Chappelle. It's just about comedy.
Because
itself.
comedy has to be open for all topics forever, for anybody to say anything. That's the point of comedy. You can say anything. There are no subjects that are too taboo. I hope that in this show that we're doing, we can talk about anything. There are no, we can't, it's not like, oh, we can't talk about rape, can't talk about politics, can't talk about vaccinations, can't talk about pedophiles. Like, no, like we can talk about anything and we can laugh about it. That's how we process stuff. A lot of people, that's the highest, most intelligent way to process things is to laugh about it.
Being able to laugh at yourself and your situation and things that are going on in the world. Like, things are heavy, and comedy creates this lightness that we desperately need in times when it's really heavy, for sure. And I definitely agree with you. Like, comedy should be unfiltered completely. And I also think that, like, someone will always be offended. You could
100%.
say any joke. Like, it's just...
You could just say good morning
it's
in
like,
the community and somebody will be offended.
It's like winning the lottery. Like, is it going to be your turn this time? Like, I don't know. Like, how are you going to deal with it when you're the target of the humor? You
Yeah.
know? Then are you like, oh, comedy is evil and bad and we should ban it? Because once it affected me and now I realize that it's affected all these other people, like, we should just, like, shut that down and not have that. You know? Or we should control art. We should control free expression.
I've gone to stand-up comedy when they're like talking about rape, for example, and it's like something that like none of my friends or like nobody will ever talk about it, and it's this tense subject that like I never get to think about it or process it, and then here I am like in New York City, and like the stand-up comedian is like making so many jokes about it, and I'm laughing. And I'm like hearing all these like sides of, you know, there's just like all the stuff that's trickling in, and it just starts to feel like the lighter thing that I'm carrying. Like I'm not carrying this like big burden that we can't talk about, and just like this, oh my god, rape. I used to do drugs.
I still do, but I used to too.
Wait, let me try it. I used to do drugs. I still do. But I used to do.
I used to.
Do too.
No.
To do.
I used to.
Do it too. Oh my god. I am like dying for a fucking movie about Mitch Hedberg, about his life, played by Johnny Depp. I love Johnny Depp. It's like, he literally looks exactly like him, and their mannerisms are exactly
Johnny
the same.
Depp would do a good Mitch Hedberg.
Oh my god, absolutely.
I have a friend
You
that would
just
do a
don't
good
like
Mitch-
him because this is the only time in court that a man won against a woman. She shit on their bed.
I didn't watch any of it, so I can't really say.
Let me do a replay.
I don't.
Okay. No, we can just not talk about it.
No, what are you gonna do? A replay? What are you gonna do?
And she went to their bed, and she took a huge shit, like right in the middle of the bed.
Mm-hmm. Because she was mad at him?
I don't know the reasoning, I just know the facts.
Listen.
And then they got back together. I just want to know who cleaned that shit. This must be a female thing, but I've never, like, done that. Like, do we go and defecate, like, when we're mad?
I feel like it's kind of like a last resort. Like, if you've spoken every word that's ever needed to be spoken as clearly as you can get it. Maybe I wasn't clear enough. I just gotta try it again. I'm gonna try again. I said it. Maybe he didn't hear me the first time. I've told him 22 times with exact language precision. I'm taking a shit on the fucking rug.
Have you ever done
Fuck
it?
this motherfucker.
Have you ever done it? Have you?
No.
Have you thought about it?
I've never had that thought cross my mind.
So I think that like means there's something wrong with you.
What are you gonna sing?
I don't know. You need to help me come up.
Okay,
You
okay.
wanna
I'll start
sing?
rapping first, and then I'll see if I can get there. And if you like think of it might make you think of something. Like if I say something and you're like, oh, and then like a word hits your head, like hold on to that word and be like, oh, could I sing this like phrase or this thought or something?
But you need to be you need to be like Jason.
Yeah, I can do that. Be the director.
Not be like Jesus. Be like Jason. What would Jason do?
What the fuck would Jason do? Who the fuck is Jason? I don't know. Some dude named Jason. She wants me to think about what the fuck that motherfucker would do in the situation that I'm in and shit. I don't even know. I think that's a little illegit. I think maybe I could just fucking quit all of the things that I do. Legit.
Quit, all those things are legit.
When I was in 6th grade, let me tell you, I made a bracelet and I wore it on my wrist. And then I those wrists and when I was reborn, with all the blood that shed upon my chest and the back, let me tell you about the I'm gonna edit all of this out later because this shit is disturbing, even to me. And I don't even know if I could ever be an MC, but the shit is getting down like the motherfucking beat. Like drums are not present in this moment, but it doesn't really matter, doesn't matter, cause the rhythm's being held down by like doing that shit. It's
I
great.
thought we were gonna like, lighten shit up. I go so dark about cutting wrists, whatever the fuck you were singing about. Even fucking quit, It's very dark.
I don't know. Okay, let's go a little light. I mean, you gotta like come in with some lyrics. What it was like what's on your mind?
Shit.
What you
What
got?
are we talking about? We're talking about that, like, I think mostly we've been talking about that comedy is like, it's freedom.
It lightens up a dark
We want
moment.
to be free. Like, we want to be free to speak our mind. Like, we want to be free to say the words that's on our, like. So just give me the chorus. Oh!
I am free as I am. Funny.
This sounds like a Lenny Kravitz song.
I'm free as I am. Funny.
I'm free as I am funny.
Sweet.
Sweet. I feel free when it's funny. It's sweet like honey. I need it for my mind. Funny, sweet like honey. I need it for my mind.
Shut the fuck up, you're talking that shit. Everything you say is so stupid. I wish that I could have a kid that I could raise to be the shit. Out of the words that you're saying, rhetoric on the TV, television swaying. Different voters, different directions, political science, what an infection. Are we supposed to be lifting this up? Because I think I might be bringing it back down. Free. Like honey, like a honeybee.
Free when it's funny, sweet like honey. I need it for my mind. I'm free when it's funny, sweet like honey. Need it, you need it for your mind. That's it.
That's it. So I'll quit when I clock in at the 8 hours of a day. If I could come back into swinging, get the meter. I mean, you gotta come back in sooner. That I can't carry this all by myself. I don't know if I could do that. But maybe somebody else. I don't know. I'm just sitting here singing the words that I need, and I'm leaning left or right. Tick tock on the light. I think inspired to write like a book that you could read or maybe listen to on headphones. I don't know what the fuck you're into or how you learn with your learning style or some shit like that. Cause that could be free. Is it money that sets us free, or is it money that we burn like green?